Hi everyone, I'm Akshitha, and today I'll be presenting on the most pressing economic issue that is affecting our country, that is the unemployment in our country. But this is not just about the job numbers or economic graph. This is about millions of dreams that never found a direction, despite all the education and the effort. Let's explore the roots of this crisis, the barriers that has worsened it, and the solutions that can help us to build a more inclusive and hopeful economy. India is one of the youngest countries in the world. Over half of our population is under the age of 25. We are a nation that dreams big. Every parent wants a child to be a doctor, an engineer, a government officer, or even an entrepreneur. But somehow, in the race to build credentials, we have lost the connection between learning and livelihood. Today's youth are educated, but not employable, hopeful, but often helpless. And this disconnect has created one of the most complex problems of our times: educated unemployment. Let me give a reality check and share a real incident that shook me. In Uttar Pradesh, 1.2 million people have applied for a 6,000 peon level government jobs. Among them, there were MBAs, engineers, and even PhDs. This is not just a number, it's a cry for dignity. Many of them would have studied for 16 to 18 years only to settle for jobs that require no formal education. But why does this happen? Because education doesn't translate into skill. Because we have created a rat race without a finish line. And because we haven't built enough new age jobs or give them confidence to create their own path. And when I was exploring the core causes, I found out three major causes. The first being the education and employment gap. Many graduates are unemployable not because they lack degrees, but because those degrees doesn't teach the skills the market needs. Privatization has made it worse. Education has become a business where placements are sold, not earned. And the second being the stagnant manufacturing sector. Unlike China, we failed to absorb rural labor into factories. Our focus on IT and services left millions of semi skilled youth behind. And the third being a weak entrepreneurial mindset. There is talent in India in every state, be it food, crafts, design, or wellness. But we never encourage these talents to become businesses. The ecosystem doesn't support them. No funding, no training, and often no respect. And to understand the present, let's look about the past. Before 1991, many people relied on government jobs. Entrepreneurship was not common, and regulations were too tight. After liberalization, new opportunities opened up, but only a few selected ones. Those are in metros, those who are fluent in English, and those who are tech savvy. Then came the private college boom. Suddenly everyone could be an engineer or an MBA. But at what cost? Today many students graduate with loans but no skills, with degrees but no direction. We created quantity but no quality. This is not just a job crisis. It is a crisis of missed opportunities. Think about it. India has a treasure of handmade products, foods, traditions, local arts, and wellness practices. Let's imagine a woman making pickles in Tamil Nadu, or a weaver in Varanasi, a sculptor in Odisha, or a ikat weaver in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. But these people don't get market access, loans, or support. If we empower them with digital tools, branding, and logistics, they can be entrepreneurs. Every village in India can become a mini startup hub. We just need to stop seeing them as informal labor and start seeing them as an untapped entrepreneurs. So why haven't they solved this already? Because there are many barriers. First comes about the skill programs. These skill programs are designed on paper, but really they reach the last mile. And second is the over privatization of education. We have turned learning into a commercial commodity. There's more focus on fees than on the futures. And third is mindsets. Parents still see entrepreneurship as plan B. And finally, let's give it to a centralized ecosystem. All our startup hubs are in metros. Rural talent is left out, not because they just lack creativity, but because they lack access. But there's hope, and the hope lies in bold approach. In education, we need to embed practical learning, soft skills, and ethics from primary level. We must regulate private colleges and invest more in public education. In entrepreneurship, we should launch a rural startup machine with district level incubators, mentorship, and microcredit. Encourage students to solve real world problems and not just write exams. We must build traditional enterprise zones for food, fashion, crafts, Ayurveda, where locals become founders. And finally, global capability centers can be pushed into tier 2, tier 3 cities, creating jobs where youth live in. And let's give the timeline for change. Everything cannot happen overnight. So, but with commitment, we can build a better tomorrow step by step. By 2025, we can launch pilots for rural setup hubs and curriculum changes. By 26-27, we can scale skill-based education and create business-friendly zones. We expand global. By 28, we can expand global job centers to small cities. And by 2030, we aim for self-employment rate of 30% and increase rural GDP contribution from local businesses. It's ambitious but entirely achievable. And just get the conclusion. It is from the hopelessness to hope. It's not just an unemployment issue, it's a moral issue, an economic opportunity, and a social urgency. Let's not create more degree holders. Let's create dreamers who become doers. Let's not just talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let's live it by turning every village into a startup zone and every youth in a value creator. India doesn't lack talent, it lacks trust in its own people. But the change can start now. Start within us. Thank you.